Hits 105.5. That was Purple Rain by Prince. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday morning, this 8 o'clock hour. I'm just playing some great 80s songs that have awesome intros. That was my idea from the TikTok this morning. I don't know who the TikTok creator was, but I thank him. In the studio with me right now, I have Shelby County Commissioner Julie Eheman with Around the County. Good morning. How are you, Julie?
I'm great this morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm
good.
doing good. Yeah. Have you ever wondered how our county works? That's what Around the County's about. That's how I'm getting ready to record the promo. And I'm like, how do I explain to people? Because we talk about everything about our county, about Shelby County.
It's really... There's lots of facets to it. You know, when people say, oh, have an elevator speech for what you do, it's really hard to put that down into two sentences. Mm-hmm. And I think your listeners are probably getting that because we talk about all things under the sun, but they're all related to the county.
Right. And it's interesting, too, because, you know, sometimes people wonder, well, I wonder what that person does in the county. That's their title, but what exactly entails?
So we're slowly getting them to come in and talk to you so that everybody gets a feel for what these other individuals do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved that Amy Burning came in to talk about the property taxes because, like I said, I understood it.
Yeah, so we got John Cofield, the treasurer, coming in next week.
I'm excited about that, too.
Mm-hmm. And then Bob Guy was in previously to talk about the radio project. Yeah.
And I understood that, too. And that was smart talk right there. Those two, Stan and him, are both smart men.
They really are.
Yeah.
They really are. So today I thought I would talk about some training that a lot of people went through yesterday in preparation for the solar eclipse. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty much on how you run an EOC. And an EOC is an Emergency Operations Center. Mm-hmm. And while we're hoping that we don't have any crisis during the solar eclipse, we want to be prepared. Mm-hmm. And so the EMA, Emergency Management, helped facilitate this training yesterday that a lot of different entities were included in. We had local police and fire. We had the county commissioners. We had village councilmen, the health department, a lot of different entities come in because if we would have an emergency, we all need to be in communication with each other. Mm-hmm. So the EOC, which is the Emergency Operations Center, would be located on the second floor of the Sydney Police Department. So we all met over there in the actual room where we're going to be meeting, and we're going to actually be all set up on the day of the eclipse. We're all going to be there. Whether there's an emergency or not, we're going to be there. Mm-hmm. And we're going to have it all prepared for that entire weekend going into it. So if something happens, quick call, everybody's there.
Okay.
Yeah. So the whole idea of an EOC is to provide coordination through incident action planning, resource coordination, logistics management, and administrative support. And the county commissioners would be in there because if you have to declare an emergency, that's our function. Mm-hmm. We have to declare the emergency. If you need financial resources, that's our function. A lot of times you're looking for someone to come out and give updates, and someone within our group would be assigned to be that point person that gives the updates on anything that happens. So an EOC gets activated during an emergency or in an anticipated emergency. So any response that requires significant or critical resource support and a coordinated technical support, large area-wide response. And we have 13 different events planned during the eclipse. Mm-hmm. We've really got to have our resources and our communication going in case something does happen at any of those places.
Yeah.
During the exercise, you kind of have a little mini exercise so that your group kind of talks and figures out what you would do during an actual emergency. And the situation that we discussed and kind of talked our way through was a tornado. Mm-hmm. Well, the eclipse is in April.
That's
a tornado
true.
is not out of the realm of possibility. Mm-hmm. So, we don't want to be doomsday scenarioists or anything like that. but we're just trying to make sure that we all know what we would do in the event of an emergency. So that's really what we did yesterday. Have a lot of partners that would be included in the facilitation of an EOC and assist us during an emergency. The engineer's office, your utility companies, mental health board, parks and recreation, our amateur radio volunteers, they would all be part of it. The EPA might need to be called in. So just all of these different entities that you don't think about on a normal basis would all need to be coordinating during an emergency. And I think that's one of the things that in Shelby County we try to do is not work within silos and try to work with our partners. And it's so great to get in there and at least have familiar faces and names so that during an exercise, you're not like, who is it? Who do I talk to? Well, this way we all know who we need to talk to.
Right. And if you know them ahead of time, you know what they can bring to the table.
Yes.
And I like that. But it is, like you said, you don't want to talk about doomsday, but it is good to have those scenarios to be prepared. You always have to have a plan B, okay, in case this happens, because right here on live radio, sometimes things happen. So you have to have a backup plan. You always have to have like a little bit of a backup plan and know what you're going into. And that's another thing too. We're going to be here. You said, you're an essential worker. Yeah, I haven't heard that since the COVID. But yeah, we'll be here too. And, there's all kinds of events that are going on. And, well, I know we're going to be here and we'll have updates. And you guys will let us know if there's anything we need to do for you guys.
And we want to welcome all these visitors to our community. But yet we want to make sure things are under control and everybody has a great time.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too, when this first started, because I think I was talking to Amy Burning, you guys really looked like at the other towns that had similar eclipses, what they did, the events that they did, how they prepared. And you guys have really done your research as far as...
We really have. We really have.
I think it's great that you guys got together, had that training, and I think we're going to be great. It's going to be a great time. Well, I'll be here. But I'll be here
and I'll be at the EOC.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a great time.
It will. We'll be in touch. And that, again, is April, because
Monday, April 8th.
April 8th.
Yeah, it could look like today, but we are going to be dark for almost 4 minutes.
Ooh. I don't know if I like that, but oh well.
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty cool. And it's something that only happens, like, I don't know how many hundreds of years.
This is like every 99 years or something crazy.
So something that we won't see in our lifetime.
Yes, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for our community.
I think it's great, and we're going to welcome visitors. That's right. I'm going to get my playlist now. Anyway, all right.
I'll help you.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. We'll have some Pat Benatar. Anyway.
The other day you played Kiss, and I'm like, I got to call her and tell her to play another song.
Oh, you like that? Yeah, because I had to play that in the music history, because I think it was back in 1973 that they had their very first concert, and they wore makeup, but it wasn't what we know as of today. I'm like, okay, I'm playing Heaven's on Fire, even though that's not the song from the 70s. It was from 84. Anyway.
No, but Heaven on Fire is a good one.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you like that, man. All right, I'll continue with the 80s songs. All right, well, thank you so much. That was Shelby County Commissioner Julie Eheman with Around the County, and that eclipse is going to be here before you know it. And it's great that you guys were preparing, and we know our Shelby County is safe, and we've got backup plans. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great day.
I hope so.
It will be.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Julie. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Coming up next, this has another it's a guitar riff that we all love because it's Eddie Van Halen. And the song is Beat It by Michael Jackson. It's Hits 105.5.